How you doing? Welcome back. My name is Rick and this is Winder's Ranger. I did a video a couple of weeks back on a dash cam that I purchased off of Amazon. Just a cheap $25 camera. It wasn't anything super fancy. What I wanted was something that was not expensive, that I could leave in the truck and in the window, and I didn't have to really fool with taking it in and out and back and forth. And I settled on that particular camera, the Valtenic. And I've been using it now for a couple of months. I did a video back a while ago talking about it and some of the issues that I thought that it had. Since then, I've upgraded to a different type of camera. The main purpose in this purchase was that I needed a new GPS for my work vehicle, and I got to looking at different types of GPSs and the kind of functions that they had. And since I've got an RV, a fifth wheel, I wanted something that I could put in the dimensions of my trailer and program that into the GPS to try to help eliminate, I don't think I could fully trust it, but try to help eliminate issues ending up on back roads where there's height restrictions, with bridges and stuff, because this trailer is somewhere between probably 12 and a half, almost 13 feet tall, up to the air conditioner, top of the air conditioner. It's not quite 13, but it's, I don't know, it's like 12.8 or something like that. But so I wanted something that I could program that in to try to eliminate having issues ending up someplace where I don't particularly want to be with a trailer this size. So as I got to looking at the GPSs, I started seeing some of these GPSs for the trucking industry that have dash cams added to them. So I thought, well, this Valtenic camera that I have isn't particularly the greatest. Wasn't really satisfied with its performance. Its user interface was a little bit clunky. So that led me to try to find a GPS with a camera integrated in it and see what I could come up with. So I ended up purchasing a Garmin RV785. It's got a pretty good sized screen. I don't know what the dimensions are. I'll have to find the dimensions and put that up at the bottom of the screen here. But it's got a camera built into it, and it's got a lot of other features that I really liked, where I could put the dimensions of my trailer into it, and that would, in theory, prevent me from going down a road, or at least warn me before I go down a road that I wouldn't be able to fit the trailer underneath a bridge or whatever. It also registers your vehicle speed, the latitude and longitude on the camera recording screen, tells you where you are. And you can do a split screen side by side of the dash cam view and the map view that shows an indicator on the map where you are, and it proceeds along the route that you traveled as the camera was recording. That's pretty nice. I like that as well. It also has various warning options that you could program into the GPS itself. Things like overspeed. If whatever the speed limit is, it knows. It should know the average speed for wherever you're at, and the posted speed rather. And if you go over that speed limit, it gives you a little audible tone that tells you, hey, you're speeding. You kind of slow down, and you can adjust the volume on each one of those audio alerts. If you have the camera set up forward facing and you tell the GPS where in the window the camera is set up, whether it's in the center, right, left, or whatever, it also will give you warnings for any kind of lane drift. If you're starting to leave your lane on the right side or the left side, it'll give you an audible sound. It also has crash avoidance. And I think you can also wire in a backup camera into this GPS, and that will also play, which at some point I plan on putting a backup camera on the trailer itself. So in theory, I'd like to wire that into the GPS, and that way I can see in the back of the trailer, have like an observation camera on the back of the trailer. So all of those things, I haven't really experienced enough of those other things to address those in this video. This isn't like a comprehensive all how to use this GPS type of video. I'm strictly trying to stick to just the video itself, the dash cam portion, and I'll put a link up in the corner where you can go back and see the dash cam footage from the Valtenic. Now, I don't have any nighttime footage yet of the Garmin. When I get that, I'll probably make a new video or something to that effect. But in any case, let me turn the camera around, and I'll turn the GPS on, and I'll show you some of the functions that I found that it has, and how it operates as far as the dash cam is concerned. Okay, so here's the screen. I've already started it up, and to prevent having an issue with the glare on the camera showing my reflection in the camera that's recording this, I just went ahead and went through the screens and brought it into the oh, it's shutting down on me here, hold on, and brought it into the main screen. But when you power it up, it goes through, it asks you about a warning first, you hit OK or accept, and then it brings you to a vehicle selection screen where it has oh, here we go, something similar to this, only it's also got the car in the screen. So you would select which type of vehicle you've got. In the case of using this in the truck, I just had the regular car, because it's not really an RV, the size isn't really an issue. You select on it, and it brings you to this screen. And if you've ever used a Garmin before, it's a standard screen. You've got your where to and your view the map. So if you're going to put in your address, you bring that up, and it's got some more options here. I haven't really explored any of these yet, so I can't really speak on those to any great detail. So I've been using the map view, and that just gives you your standard, it's got your speed and your direction you're facing, like north, south, whatever, on the other side. The trip planner, campgrounds, we just went into the vehicle thing. I haven't done these two. The stop, all that is if you put in an address and you want to cancel that as a waypoint, you just hit stop and it cancels that. On the right hand side over here, you've got the gear at the bottom. That's your settings. Your dash cam option, of course, your navigation, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, the display, sound and notifications, all of those things. Your display, of course, is your brightness. Sound and notification would be some of those warning tones that I was describing earlier about the crash avoidance and the lane departure. You can adjust the sound volume and various things in the sound and notifications section. You can load in different apps. There's other functions that you saw under the where were we at here? The where to. Some of these, the TripAdvisor, history, like I say, I haven't been in any of these yet, so I can't really talk on that. But I assume that's what they're talking about when they say the different apps. Let's see, it gives you your battery life. Right now we're at just about 100%. Let's see, reset device, accessibility. And if you'll notice, like these indicators here at the bottom of the screen, the accessibility, the little icon there, they look an awful lot like the, what is that, the Samsung cell phones? So, or, yeah, I guess it's Samsung. So I think that this device is made by them. I think it even has that on the back. So that's, that's probably why it has some of those familiar looking icons. But we'll go to the dash cam. And one of them in the top left here tells you about the camera placement. You've got the horizontal position, and it tells you where you're at in the windshield, left, center, or right. Vehicle height would depend on the type of vehicle, so I can put in a custom height, a taller Class A large truck, tall Class B, Class C truck or van. I guess actually that should be what I'm using instead of a car. And then I've got it set on car. We'll switch that over because that may make a difference. Let's see, alignment. And then you can set this up, and you're basically lining this up in your windshield. You can't move this at all. This is just, it's set there. But when you get this lined up where you want it, you just hit done, and that just is giving you the view that the camera can see as far as where it's at in the windshield. So we'll go back and over to this screen here. And if you want to start video recording, you can hit yes. In this case, we're going to hit no. Your record button in the center. You've got audio function on the right, and your SD card. Well, that just starts at the recording. It saves in the SD card there. We'll shut that off. Oops. Over here on the right is your saved footage. So we'll click on that. Dash cam. Basically, if you're in the gallery, you can't record, is what it's saying. So we'll click on that. These are the two that we just did accidentally. These are unsaved videos. These are the dash cam footage that I took earlier today. So let's see, this one here. So this will kind of give you an idea of the dash cam footage and some of the things that it can do. So you can click on just the map and it shows you where you were on the map. Or you can click on the video and it starts playing. Now down at the bottom here it gives you your date, your time, latitude and longitude, and then your speed. And you can see I had this sitting in the middle of the window and the truck. Let's see, we can pause it. You can fast forward it if you want. Also gives you your date and time at the top of the screen. In this particular video I had it sitting on one of those little bean bags. So it was bouncing around a little bit more than I really cared for it to. But I was also recording without audio. Let's see, what else does it do? Up here you got your trash can. You can delete the video. Unsaved footage, I'm assuming what that means is it's going to loop. It's going to eventually write over these files. And a few minutes ago I hit the SD card symbol, and that saved these videos directly to the SD card, is what that did. Let's see, up here in the top right you've got your format, your memory card. I've done that earlier, and you can delete the files. And you can save your files, make events, and I'm not sure what all does. Let's click on that and see what that does. I guess that's telling you the files that you're able to view right now. So far, I like it. I like the size. To give you an idea of the size of the screen, I haven't measured it. It's approximately, if you go edge to edge, with not the screen itself, but the actual edge of the housing, it's probably a good 6 inches by probably 8 inches. So it's a big unit. It's a little bigger than I anticipated, actually. But I like it. And as long as I can find a place on my dash out of the way of my view, so I can see out the window without getting pulled over or something, this was pretty much the size that I was looking for. It also gives you, when you're on the map view, up here at the top, not talking about the dash cam, just the map view itself. Up here at the top of the screen, it tells you the road that you're approaching. Come on, stay open. And on the bottom of the screen, down here, these indicators go away, and it tells you the road that you're actually driving on. And that's why I purchased this for work purposes, aside from using it in the RV itself, or with the RV.